Hey, let's go. We are back this week, raring to go as the fantasy baseball season nears its conclusion. But before we get to all the fun, we always begin the show by asking you the question, where else would you rather be than right here? Boom! Right now. You're looking live at our split studios. This is Fantasy Baseball Now, episode 54 for the show, part of the Ball9.com podcast network. I am Sean. This is Mike. You know us. Thank you all for joining in so quickly. I see the ticker going up. Everyone's very timely on our new night, Wednesday evening.
Mike, it's hump day. Yeah. We switched to hump day. I like it.
Oh, a lot of possibilities with that. But yeah, anyway.
Some people's hands are going to get jealous just talking about that. So
What up, sir?
Just biting my nails at a little head-to-head playoff action. That's all.
My 7-game losing streak through June and July, I call it the PCA and James Woods losing streak. As me on the outside, lose 7 games in a row and miss the playoffs by 1 game is tough to take.
Yeah. Sounds like what might happen to the Blue Jays.
Potentially.
Or the Mets.
I don't know. Suddenly the Rocky Devers Giants have caught fire.
Yeah. The Rocky Devers Giants have caught fire, and the pumpkin turned back into a pumpkin from a carriage on Nolan McLean, and they can't beat the Phillies. We're beating them again tonight.
Yeah. Got the other team that's disappointing me is the Reds limping in.
Terry Francona's got to be out of his mind.
Sure.
He's got to be out of his mind. I thought the Royals were going to – I mean, the Royals are in jeopardy of getting swept by the Guardians. Well, they just tied it up. But Guardians are all of a sudden lurking. The Mariners can't get out of their own way. Texas is on fire. They just swept the Brew Crew.
And the Athletics got a hit off of Aroldis Chapman and turned into a win today. So
it's too bad. I hate to hear that.
We'll take it. Anyhow.
Take it. As long as Mark Leiter doesn't pitch tonight for the Yankees, there's a half a shot.
Yeah, you think maybe they wanted Will Warren for maybe one more inning last night? That box score was interesting to review.
You think?
There was a lot of crooked numbers on those 2 guys that came in.
Oh,
I don't know who they are.
The historical stats are out of control. Like when you have history to 1903 and there's stuff that's never been done on your team before, that's a lot. And it wasn't good. On a night that Judge passed Yogi Berra to become the 5th most homers in Yankee history. It's the first time since they don't even know. The two relievers got nobody out and each give up 4 runs. That's crazy. It's bad. It's not good.
That's bad. We could add them as a special who to cut if you happen to have them on your team. Move on.
Yeah, anybody in the Yankee bullpen not named David Bednar, you can cut.
Okay. So tonight,
it occurred to me as we recap our boom and bust candidates for the American League. And it occurred to me as I had to dig through the archives and figure out what the AL East boom and bust was, that the night we talked about the AL East, we had Ball9 ombudsman, author, and athletic director Rocco Constantino on, and we did not do AL East boom or bust.
We didn't.
Uncle Ted gave us AL East boom and bust because Judge and Pete Alonso were the bust from AL and NL East.
What did we do? Did we just miss that graphic and move on?
We just didn't talk about it. And then the next week we decided. So tonight we're going to recap our boom picks from the AL Central and West and our bust picks from the AL Central and West. And we didn't do well at all. Really? Shocking that we are where we are in the standings, as well as who's hot, who's not. go get him and cut him. A look ahead to next week, and maybe a little chatter on
Anthony Volpe.
Aaron Glenn and how much I love him despite we lost.
Oh, you want to talk 1-0 Raider football? We could talk.
I'd like to talk about the Dolphins tonight.
We're going to kick the shit out of San Diego Monday.
Talk about that Where's Waldo, nerd down in Miami, who's the shine has come off that car pretty quick.
Yeah, no, they're the second worst team in the league. You know,
they're not worse than the Raiders. They're worse than the Raiders.
The Raiders are going to be 2-0 after next Monday because San Diego. It's actually a home game for the Raiders because the Chargers, yeah, they'll send all 8 of their fans, but it won't matter.
Then so you're saying there's going to be 16 people there?
No, place will be full. Raider fans will show for this one because there's optimism.
It'll be full Saturday night.
There's optimism. And for the first time in 20 years, I felt bad for a Nebraska opponent.
It'll be full Saturday night when Bud Crawford and Canelo get in the ring on Saturday night. I've been waiting for this fight for about 8 years.
Yeah, I like Bud Crawford. I don't know much about him, but I know he led the Nebraska tunnel walk because he's from Omaha last year. So
yeah, I like
I'm automatically going to root for him.
He's probably my favorite boxer right now.
Oh, cool.
And yes, I still do watch boxing. I'm one of the last 11 people on planet Earth.
Yeah, right.
That still watches boxing.
All right, so get back to me on this AL East thing. Did we not even send them in?
We didn't even do them. I think it occurred to us. I think we just talked through guys and we spent a lot of time talking about the Soto because I had to watch the episode today.
Oh, so it's one more click. That'll help the advertising dollar.
Yes. And I followed under a pseudonym.
It might be $1.02 now, but okay. We'll take it. Every little bit helps.
I find under Pyrus Trainer is now a follower of the show. We just kind of talked through stuff, but we never talked about by team. We kind of talked through. It was really more about Soto leaving and the impact on the Yankees and the impact on the Mets. That's really what the conversation was more about.
All right.
And it was timely because it had just occurred that he had just signed. And I think that turned us a little bit upside down.
Turn us on our collective ear.
A little bit.
All right. Well, hit me with the central.
Uncle Ted for the AL and NL East. For the AL East boom, he had Ben Rice, and for the NL East, or for the AL East bust, he had Arson Judge. And my comment on that was if a down year for Judge is 45 and 115 to 120, and maybe not quite 300, and I'm pretty much right around that. So in a down year, he's probably still going to win the MVP. That fat ass in Seattle isn't going to win it.
The big dumper?
Big dumper. The big dumper. But that's what they call it now. Back in our day, he would have been fat ass because nobody would have cared. So this was our boom for the Central and West, with yours on the left and mine on the right. And
wow.
I know it's
those last three.
I feel like I got one right.
Those last three were draft picks of last place team Pugsley.
I feel like I got one right, and you got.
Wait, I put Kikuchi as a boom? No,
you got 2.5 right. Yes,
I got Hunter Brown. I nailed that.
Bybee, you're half right. Carpenter, you're right. Seth Lugo got hurt. Duran, you're right now.
Yeah.
Andrew Vaughn, you were right for about a month in Milwaukee, and now he's going to start losing playing time to Reese Hoskins, who's back. Gelliff hurt. Robles hurt. Young, seemingly not in their plans. Colt Keith, no. Lane Thomas, no. Ursig, I thought was a boom. And then probably a week later, They signed Estevez, so that took care of that. Bailey Obert, no. Colson Montgomery, yep. Spencer Arrighetti, no. Renhefo, lately, yes. Rooker's had a fine year.
Yeah.
But not what I thought was going to happen to him playing in that bandbox. And Evan Carter, I mean, what a wasted year for him. Locklear got traded.
I had a conversation about Rooker yesterday with the big fella in Massachusetts about his value, fantasy value. Where is he? Like when I think Rooker, and I'm an A's fan. In our league, we're a 12-team league. We keep 5. I don't think he's a top 60 player.
No.
The stats are nice. Now he has outfield eligibility.
That helps.
That helps.
He's not pigeonholed as a DH. It doesn't matter for sure.
But to me, he just misses. And he just doesn't have that name cachet. You know, the stats don't jump off the page. They're good. They're solid.
If he built on last year and had either the same or a little bit better year than last year, we'd be having a different conversation about him. But he's not as good as last year.
No, he's not. He's not.
You can say that about a lot of guys in that lineup, especially your favorite player. The Butler did it.
He got the hit today.
He ain't done much.
Well, he got the big one off of Aroldis Chapman.
And with Kozar out, I thought Renhefo and Tony Wage Theft, as he's affectionately known, as our friend Not Gaetti would call him, I thought he was going to get plenty of opportunity to play. They didn't really have a second baseman, though Paris started out on fire. And until the last month, he really hasn't hit at all.
Yeah.
I mean, he's up to 10 stolen bases after today. I mean, I thought he'd steal 40. I mean, he did not have and I drafted him because I thought he would fit.
Arrighetti's the interesting one. He's another one of my I have way too many draft picks on these lists, the bad ones. Gets hit by a ball and breaks his pitching thumb in batting practice of all things. Now he just went back on the IL. It's just one of those years.
But when he came off the IL, he was dreadful.
Oh, he was terrible.
He was terrible.
I got to hang my hat on Hunter Brown on this list, right?
Yeah, maybe Kerry Carpenter.
Yeah, Carpenter. Yeah, I got lukewarm feelings on him because he doesn't play enough against lefties. I thought that wouldn't be a problem this year, but it turned into it. When he's great in the daily league.
Yeah, he's great in the daily league.
But you got to set your lineup on a Monday. It's tough. You got to look and see who they're playing.
You got to study the pitching matchups, and if they're
facing,
facing,
look at what's going on. If he's got 3 lefties in his grid for that week, you got to sit him down.
Yeah. In a 6-game week, he's got to be able to play at least 4 times.
Sure.
And then the bust recap. Whoops. What the heck? There it is. There's 2. Yeah. I forgot to delete a slide. Boy, were you right on Emmanuel Clase.
That was before I knew he was going to start going all Nuke Lelouch on the first pitches of the game to help his buddy. Allegedly. Who knew?
I think you might have been wrong on Vinny Pasquantino.
Missed on him. I took some heat that night from James, I think.
You probably were wrong on Byron Buxton.
Well, he didn't get hurt for his 90-day IL stint like he always does.
Casey Mize.
Yeah. 50, he's been okay. He was good last night.
He's been okay.
He was good last night, but he's okay.
Luis Robert, yeah, probably. Altuve, yeah, probably, given what his past production is. Trout, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Trout. Severino, most of the time. Castillo, I'd agree with Castillo. He had a good start last week, but he's not been great.
Missed big on DeGrom. Happy to miss on that one.
And missed big on DeGrom. Javi Baez, I was dreadfully wrong at the All-Star break, and now I'm right.
Yeah.
Tristan McKenzie, we hardly knew you. MJ Melendez, can't even get in the lineup. Ty France, I guess he's okay in Toronto. Martin Perez, who was supposed to be the top of the rotation guy for the White Sox, and now he's like their fifth starter. Framber Valdez, he hit his own guy in the chest with a pitch.
Yeah, don't talk about that for a second.
That's not good.
If you're gonna cross him up on purpose to drill him, shouldn't you at least act like you? Oh my God, are you okay? And say he just turned his back on the play and said, screw you, buddy.
Yeah. So apparently there were fisticuffs in the Astros clubhouse after the game.
Really, I did not hear that.
Yeah, that's the chirping. It didn't get. I mean, the Astros didn't say a word about it, but the chirping is there was from multiple sources that there was fisticuffs in the clubhouse after the game.
I just hope the ball didn't dislodge his wire that he was wearing.
Yeah. Reed Detmers, he's been fine as a setup guy, but that's not what everybody thought he was going to be at the beginning of the year.
Not a fantasy value.
In fact, I thought he was going to be the closer there, and then they signed Kenley, who's been fine. JJ Bleday has done nothing.
He's okay. He's an okay baseball player. He's not a fantasy asset at all.
Uncle Ted and I both had Randy Arozarena as a bust. Boy, we missed on that.
Yeah.
We missed on that. And I joked that Rangers fans were thinking that Tyler Mahle was going to save their season because they didn't know what they had for starters. And did he even pitch?
He was great until he got hurt, which he always does. Stop me if you've heard that before with Tyler Mahle, but that's
which he
what
always does.
He just can't stay healthy.
Which he can't. It's too bad. It's too bad. But he always get hurt. He always gets hurt. I'm trying to think of who I drafted on this. I didn't draft any Trout. I should have traded him in April when I had offers for him.
I didn't draft anybody on this list. I had Robert for a cup of coffee for a little bit, hoping that 168 batting average he had when I got him would improve, and it probably went up to went up to 188 before I moved on from him. But
I think he's at 220 now, or two.
Is he? Okay.
Like, he's had a pretty decent second half. No power, but he steals a ton of bases.
He's stealing a lot. That's a value, but
and they started scoring runs. So I mean, he did have his run scored was pretty decent, and his stolen bases are great, but his power numbers stink. And I think they're going to keep him.
If you're in a 5x5 league, that average is a killer.
Oh,
it's a killer.
Why do you think I'm last in batting average? Trout's hitting 225. He's hitting 220. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The Javi Baez one, man, I looked bad. I don't even know if he's in the lineup tonight.
He had a.
Oh, he is. He's playing shortstop.
Wow.
With Glaber getting 2 RBIs against his former team.
Does that sting a little bit?
No. I'd rather have Jazz at second base than Glaber. I like Glaber a lot. Best thing that ever happened to him was to not be on the Yankees anymore.
Yeah.
Now he can go play baseball. He's had a pretty decent year too. He's been fine. I mean, he's had a pretty good year. He's had about the same year that he had last year. Frankly. He got 69 RBIs. He's hitting 260. He's probably got 15 or 16 homers. He's got 15 homers. He's hitting 260 with 69 RBIs. I mean, that's about what he was last year. And he's 4 out of 5 in steals. So that's the same. It's not any different. Frankly, Jeff Crotty.
Mr. Jeff, thank you for joining the show.
Killing time before Emily's wedding next Friday.
Oh, is that next Friday?
It is the karate wedding.
I assume it's a dry affair.
It'll be equally as televised as Prince Charles and Lady Diana. Live stream. I'll live stream it when I'm dancing.
Please don't.
Because I'll be hip or I'll break one or the other. I'm not sure which one it'll be. Probably break one.
That's very possible.
I'll sue the place, man. I'll own this venue. Overserve me, will you? I'll show you.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
You people.
Repeatedly.
Can't you bartenders don't know? They don't know how to say no. The dancing bear. The dancing bear will be out. I've been working on my moves. The hustle. All those.
The electric slide. You got them all?
Slide, bringing back all the 80s dances, 70s and 80s dances. Watch that. I'll watch Saturday Night Fever this weekend a couple times just to brush up. Watch the Blues Brothers the other night, so I got some Dan Aykroyd moves ready to go. I'm ready.
There you go. Just keep the feet moving.
Always keep the feet moving. Yep. Maybe maybe I should buy a harmonica.
Could do that.
I could. I don't know how to play it, but I don't know how to dance either, so they'd go perfect together.
There you go.
All right, who's hot?
Who's hot?
We established that we don't know anything. This guy.
Can I change my who's not to Philly Karen?
So we need to talk about that's what we need to close with. It's good timing with Harrison Bader's face up there.
Yes.
I mean, so on the year, he's 279 with 16 homers, 51 RBIs, 50 runs, and 10 stolen bases. Not a bad year. He's only 26% owned.
Wow.
Last 21 days, he's hitting 438 with 3 homers, 9 RBIs, and 15 runs. And he's leading off now that Trey Turner's hurt. And tonight he's 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. And he's going to play every day because they don't really have another option in center field unless he gets hurt. And he does get hurt from time to time. But how he's only 26% owned is beyond me. And given how hot he is, and how hot he is also beyond me because he never does this. So he's definitely hot. And then your guy, I thought he was dead and gone.
No, he's playing well. He's playing well. Shane Baz. He's only started in 39% of leagues. We talked last week about guys that can come in and help you maybe push you over the top in the home stretch of your league. Last 3 starts, 2.65 ERA, 1.06 whip, 21 strikeouts in 17 innings. He's on 75% of teams' rosters, but only 39% started. Get him in there. He's pitching good.
Well, exactly. And they're playing the White Sox. So how do you not start them?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're begging for that matchup.
Yeah, you're always begging for that, Matt. Like, let the White Sox – I mean, the White Sox are having a fine year comparatively to last year. But how do you not start anybody that's facing that and roll the dice?
Yeah, you have to.
So is he in a 5x5, he's not a keeper, right? In a 5-save league. But in a dynasty league, is he a keeper? In a deep dynasty league where you're saving 10?
Baz? I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Well, you got to look at it this way. He's going to get traded at some point to a really good team.
Yeah, I mean, let me look up.
He's only 26.
He's only got 3 years experience. That's interesting. I would have thought more. All right. He's got 28 starts this year. Okay. That's more than I would have thought.
Another former Pirate.
155 innings, His walk rate's high. His ERA is 4.94, whip 1.34. Strikeouts are good. 164. I don't think so. The 57 walks. It's 1 in 3 innings or plus.
Sounds like Tyler Glasnow.
It's too many. It's too many. No, he's not.
Sounds like Glasnow before he figured it out.
Yeah, maybe he'll get it. He's young.
He's young. Who's Cole? This guy.
Ooh.
I have not put your guy on maybe 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, at some point we gotta call it out. And it's not new. I don't have to go back last 21 days, which
I go back to August 1st.
I go back to the All-Star break.
Yeah, it's ugly.
157 at bats. He's hitting 217. He was in the MVP discussion, top 2 or 3 in the NL at the All-Star game. Electric player, but 17 runs, 16 RBIs, 3 homers, and 7 steals since the All-Star break. The reason I wanted to talk about him this week is you talk about guys that are going to be great coffee table discussions in the offseason. Where are they and who are they?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a great example that Pico Armstrong was just one of my favorite guys to watch the first couple months. He's fun.
Yeah.
But wow, does he suck now? So which is he? Or is it somewhere in the middle? But he's been just polar opposite. First half and second half, it's been a disaster. So we finally had to put PCA up on the board.
Well, at the All-Star break, we were talking about how Suzuki didn't make the All-Star team and that all 3 of their outfielders should have been in the All-Star game. And all 3 of them have been terrible since the All-Star break.
Yeah, Tucker just got IL'd, right?
Yeah, but he's not been good.
No.
I mean, they were talking about $500 million for Kyle Tucker. Now he's probably, oh boy, it's like splitting the Powerball. Now he's only $385 million. But I didn't win $1.6 billion. I only won $800 million. Oh, I feel bad for you. And then Cade Cavalli, who I like Cade Cavalli. He's only made 7 starts. He is one of their top prospects. I strike a lot of guys out. He's less than a K an inning. And on the season, he's a 4.67 ERA and a 1.47 WHIP. But in the last 4 starts over the last 3 weeks, 18 and a third with a 6.87 ERA and a 1.64 WHIP. And mystically, he's 2-1. I don't know how that's even possible to be that bad and be 2-1 because I didn't think that the Nationals ever scored runs, but apparently they do from time to time. And they do for him. He's 41% rostered still, and he's still 26% started. And the way he's been lately, I wouldn't start him, but
yeah,
the way he pitched his first 3 or 4 starts, I was starting to look at him like, well, maybe this is a guy you want to start keeping your eye on. Because if he finishes really strong on a really bad team, you're like, well, maybe this is their guy. Maybe Mackenzie Gore's out as their best pitcher and he's in. But oof.
When is that team going to get better?
It's a great question.
They have some really good young talent.
Well, they got to hire a GM who's going to figure out who the manager is going to be.
They should have been better this year.
They started off better this year, and then they went into a big funk, and they nuked everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, they've accumulated so many great San Diego Padres prospects that you'd think at some point, they'd be great. They're at least good. Now they're just not even good.
Yeah.
And then the guys to go cut, or the guys to go get.
Is this 2 weeks in a row getting a Red Sox up there for you?
It is. Gator would have been my go get him. And then Conley early pitched last night and decided to give up a hit and a walk and 11 Ks in 5 innings. And I'm like, you know what? Why not?
He's got the same athletic team next week on the schedule.
I mean, go get him. Why not? And your guy, I never even heard of him until he started throwing almost no hitters.
Yeah, the weird part about Messick is he's only owned in 55% of leagues and started in 31. He's got 4 career starts. Sample size.
Looks like he's 57 years old.
Yeah. But in his 4 starts, 3 of them, 1 earned run or less. And
Yeah.
the one start where he gave up some runs was 3 versus Boston in 3+ innings. Not horrible. I mean, not great, but it's not like he got blown up for 7 runs in 2 innings.
No.
I just would have thought he would have been owned by more leagues than he is.
It's not. It's right. It's what we talked about last week. Like, these are guys that bad teams should be thinking about picking up, especially if you're in a dynasty league, what your options are. And teams stop paying attention.
Yeah.
And they get picked up by teams that are still in it because they need a spark for a week. They need a spark for 2 weeks. And that's why they're rostered. That's why they're rostered so infrequently, because teams are out of it. They're not paying attention, or the playoffs have started. They're not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So why am I picking up? And we're starting over again anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You might be in a keeper league and he's got a favorable matchup. If you're trying to chase some money,
right?
Why not?
What if either one of these guys closes out the next 2 weeks with 3, possibly 4 really great starts, like good enough for the same reason that they're on here, that they go out and have great starts, and then spring training they're even better next year. They add a pitch, who knows what happens, and then you got to make a decision before the draft, and maybe you've missed out on potentially a young starter to start the season with if you have no pitching that you're keeping anyway.
Yep.
And these 2 idiots. Oof.
Okay. You want to start?
Now you start, because I'm interested to hear your thoughts on Dylan Cruz.
All right. Look, he's owned in 62% of leagues. I understand that. What I don't get is started by 28%, and I'm really sad that BU is not on this, because he's a big Dylan Cruz guy.
Yeah.
Right. If you're in a deep dynasty league and you're keeping, 10 plus, 15 plus, 20, okay, it's fine. If you're in a league like ours, 12 teams, 5x5, you keep 5 players, you have 21 on your roster, I let him go. Yeah. He's got 353 career at bats. Okay, it's not a full year, but it's enough to tell me that 210 batting average, got 11 homers, 31 RBIs, 48 runs. Now he steals bases, which is great. That's career stats I threw in, not this year, career stats. The stolen bases is awesome, but it goes back to what we were talking about Luis Robert a few minutes ago. That batting average is a killer. It kills your team if that's a category.
Well, you can't, right. If you're hitting 210, you're not driving in any runs, and you're barely scoring runs. Like, you got to be on base to score runs.
You got to be on base. So we talked about PCA just a few minutes ago about his offseason value. Here's another one. At what point does potential become wasted potential? Now, he's young. He's got time. He's still got time to figure it out. Again, he hasn't 353 career at bats, but he has shown nothing to indicate that he is a keeper quality player.
One of 2 things is going to happen with him. He's going to get overdrafted and disappoint everybody, or he's going to get drafted super late in every league, and he's going to explode, and everybody that drafted him will be a genius. I don't think there's any in between. I don't think there's any in between with him.
I don't either. I think he's in that category where he's going to continue to be overdrafted at least through next spring.
Is he Jordan Walker?
Who?
Exactly.
Right. It does. Some guys just are 4A players.
Yeah.
Too good for AAA and not quite good in MLB. Again, Cruz has time, but as far as if you're in the running for a league championship right now and you're playing him, I can't figure that out. And I don't know that the guy in our league who's has him in his lineup. I hope he doesn't, because I don't want to think I'm singling him out. But
I hope he does too.
It's not there, and it hasn't been there. And you can talk about peripherals, and again, you can talk about ability and talent, but numbers don't lie.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You talk about a baseball player, and then you talk about what value they have in fantasy, and they rarely line up. There's a
Yeah,
lot
he
of
is
players that are really good baseball players, and you'd never have them in fantasy to save your life.
correct. He's on the bench in our league and 0 for 3 tonight. So
It's a shame he's on the bench. And then the Orioles let all these veterans go. Kobe Mayo's going to get his chance to play. This is going to be it. He'll show them. And what he's shown them in the last 57 at bats is 140 with 2 homers, 2 RBIs, and 4 runs scored. He's 214 at bats this season. He's hitting 187.
wow.
With 7 homers, 21 RBIs, and 21 runs scored. I mean, the best thing he's done this year is getting a fight. And in doing in that stupid creamsicle uniform that they wear. I mean, he's only 24% owned at this point. He should be 0% owned. He's not I would, even in deep dynasty, I would be off the hype on him. I would be off the hype on him because I don't see it. Now maybe they trade him to the Marlins and he becomes a superstar. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe they trade him someplace in the offseason and he becomes good.
Yeah.
Or at least a serviceable player. But good God. I mean, the Orioles have struck out after tonight 10 or more times and now 9 consecutive games.
9 straight games?
9 straight games.
9 times.
And he is he's 69 strikeouts and 214 at bats. That's not good.
That's a lot.
That's not good. That's 35% of the time. That's 33% of the time. That's a lot.
Yes.
And he's got 2 more strikeouts tonight. And unfortunately for him, he took a strikeout against Skeens, a 97-mile-an-hour pitch, up and in. And when they put the pitch box up, it hit directly in the corner.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been a more perfect pitch. I mean, it was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, pure power. And he just shook his head and went back to the bench, which is all anybody could have done. But, man, he strikes out a lot. That team strikes out a lot. Something to look for as you're finishing out the weeks, the next 2 weeks, if you need strikeouts, who's playing the Orioles, because they strike out a lot. Nice of the Pirates to scratch 1 run on the board. I'll save her for
that. We'll get back to that.
Let's look ahead.
That's the first time I've ever uploaded a picture like that. It works. Yeah.
I know. This is your second time for Cade Horton for a 2-start pitcher.
Yeah, look, I read today a sub-1 ERA since the All-Star game. His strikeouts has been getting better. He only had 2 last night, so that was the outlier. He had improved. I love Cade Horton. He's at the Pirates and at the Reds. The chips are down. He's one of the guys I can't wait to watch in October. I've said it before. I've been talking about him for about 4 or 5 weeks now?
Yeah.
I think he's got that bulldog in him, and I love watching him pitch. He's quickly become one of my favorite pitchers to watch. So, yeah, you got a 2-start with him next week, 2 favorable matchups, both on the road, but go for it because you can't go wrong with him right now. He's just pitching too well.
I think one of his starts might be must-see TV.
Skeens?
I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, Horton and Skeens. That's a must-watch game. I watch every Skeens start anyway, but that's a must-watch game.
Yep.
There'll be 11,000 interested people there. And as good as the Brewers are playing, and the fact they're playing the Angels and at the Cardinals next week, Jose Quintana has not been terrible. And you need counting stats. Or you're in head-to-head and you want to get, 6 or 7 points out of a starter next week.
Yeah.
He might be the guy to get. He's 64% rostered. He's only 42% started. And I understand why, because he never has ever struck anybody out. But they're so good that I'll take my chances on a team playing close to 700 ball that you're going to get a win, at least one. And I'll take my chances that facing two lineups that, the Angels do score some runs, but the Cardinals don't. I like the second matchup a lot better. Here we are. Horton's an automatic, but Quintana's still, you got a third of leagues don't have him. So
yeah,
they still be out there in your league. That's a big, that Tigers Guardians matchup all of a sudden is a big matchup.
Yeah, I had them selected even before they got into the Yankee bullpen last night. The Guardian and the Braves. I know Strider's pitching a little better, Sales, but I'm not sure who they're lined up to face. But I'll take the Tigers against those teams and what's going to be meaningful games for them.
Yeah, and I'll 100% take the Yankees at Minnesota and in Baltimore, where they always play well. I'll take those matchups every day of the week. That better be 5 wins.
Anytime you guys got the Twins on the schedule is a good week for you.
Especially after September 1st.
Yes.
It's even a better week it's even a better week for a Yankee fan against the Twins if it's a 1-3 game elimination series, and because you automatically know you can get tickets might as well just get your tickets for the next round because you're playing more baseball. All right, throw Philly Karen up there.
Yeah. How not to get famous, right? You just you can start.
Are we a little over the top in doxing people and ruining their lives when they do stupid stuff? Yes, we are. We're a little over the top.
And we're doing it right now.
The father taking shit for the way he handled that situation, and people saying he didn't teach his kid how to be a man. He should have knocked her out.
No, that's wrong.
You're an idiot for even saying that.
Yeah, that's wrong.
The kid ended up winning because he got to meet Harrison Bader and get a signed bat. So a home run ball.
And good for the Marlins for sending somebody right out there with a gift package for him.
But look, lady.
It's a baseball.
I don't care where you're sitting. If it's not in your hand, the ball is fair game. It's fair game. And it'd be one thing if the guy took it and it was just him, and then you made a scene. He gave it to his kid. Forget that it was his kid's birthday. Let's just forget that for just a minute.
Well, she didn't know that, but not that excuses any of it.
She took it from a kid.
Took it from a kid.
And then flipped off the entire section after that, which also got caught. So the memes for her are great. Like you name it, her running away from Pats with 20 cheesesteaks in her arms, her snatching a lottery ticket out of a Powerball ticket out of somebody's hand. It's just classic. But if you don't realize any dumb thing you do is going to get caught by somebody on video, your lack of self-awareness deserves you to be in that position.
Well, here's the other part, because somebody, I don't know who it was, somebody on Twitter was saying, hey, let's not trash the person for one moment. If somebody is that whacked, I have a hard time believing that's the first time they've ever been out of order in public.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like you get a speeding ticket. Is it really the first time you've ever gone 48 and a 30? Probably not. It's just the first time Officer Friendly was there with his radar gun going by. That's all. It's probably not the first time.
Probably not.
Okay.
It's she strikes me as the person that's the president of the HOA that is knocking on people's doors, yelling at them because they're parked on the street and not in the driveway because
I think she's the school administrator.
Because their kid is chalk painting in the driveway, which is also a violation of the HOA. And she's grabbing a hose out of their front yard and spraying the driveway after the kid spent 3 hours chalk painting. It's a baseball. Like, it's a baseball.
Sure, I want to see videos of like that Blue Jays fan that caught the Judge home run ball. Was it last year, or the year before, and turned around and gave it to a Yankee fan, a kid wearing a Judge jersey. That's where I want. That's the stuff I want. That's the content I'm there for.
Yeah, the guy catches a home run ball, raises his hands over his ear, gets the whole crowd to cheer for him, and then turns around, and hands it to a kid.
There you go. It's a freaking baseball.
I mean, she did pass the dude that stole the hat from the kid at the U.S. Open, and I didn't think that was possible. And that was 2 days.
She took him right out of the news cycle.
Yeah, like immediately. And she's been in the news cycle for 5 days now. So this is not going away. And of course, it's Philadelphia, so now it's just out of control.
Yeah,
now it's just out of control.
Do you know if she's from your area? Or just down in South Florida?
I don't know. She could be a South Florida person, and frankly, I don't care. I don't know her. She doesn't live in my neighborhood. She's making other people's lives miserable on a daily basis. She's not making my life miserable.
She just looks like you just used the right word. It's just a miserable person. And you would think she'd be happy at this point this photo was taken because she got the ball that she had to have.
She was still amped up. Like a roid rage.
Oh man, just don't do it.
Just don't do it. It's just not worth it.
It's not. There's a reason why we talk about if people had cell phones with cameras and videos on it in college, you and I would never have gotten a job.
No.
Ever.
No. And we wouldn't have done this podcast because Officer Friendly would have been using it to try to find us. I mean, that's just
that's a fact. So look, basic rules, especially if you're out in public like that. Assume somebody is videotaping you. Just assume it.
How about just in general? Don't be an asshole. I don't know why it's so hard.
Even better.
I don't even know why it's so. I don't know why we got to the point where like that behavior's in your head. Like it's okay for me to do this.
Look, I got a foul ball once at a Met game. I've been I don't know how many games in my life. I've been to a lot. And I finally got a ball, and I was really excited to get it. I don't even know where it is. It's a freaking baseball with a scuff mark on it from getting hit.
I got two sitting in the same seat, and I got them the exact same way in Chicago at whatever it's called now. Breathe Right, All Right, Rite Aid, whatever the friggin' name of that dump on the south side is. I was sitting on an aisle seat. The ball hit above me, rolled down the seat. I stuck my hand out, picked it up. 3 batters later, the exact same thing.
Wow.
And the first one I kept, and the second one, a kid was running down to get it, and I just put my hand out and handed it to him. He's like, I hear, gee, thanks, mister. Now, the 11 green beers, because it was halfway to St. Patrick's Day, might have affected my judgment. The fact that I actually got my hand on either of these, a moving target, was amazing. But like, I never wanted to catch one for me. Once my kids were with me at any game, I was never catching a foul ball for me.
Yeah. No, of course not.
The first game I went to in Philly, the big man in Massachusetts got an E fan. The ball went in, foul ball into the upper deck, came out of the upper deck, landed literally, it would have hit him right in the head. He got both hands on it and he bucknered it. He kicked it. And he's like, oh, man, I never got a foul ball before. And I just started yelling, E-fan. And then, of course, since it's Philadelphia, a number of others around me started cheering for him booting that ball.
He deserves it after ripping my vuvuzela out of my hands when the Raiders were beating the Jets 48-20 and throwing it off the upper deck.
I was happy with that.
I wasn't. I had to, it cost me $20 to go down to the lower level, look at a guy. Hey, that's my horn. How do I know it's yours? I'll give you $20. Or I paid $8 for the thing way back when. I wanted it back to enjoy celebrating my win, and I paid 2.5 times what it was worth just to get it back.
It's too bad, because if I was down there as bagman when they let me go down there for free, I would have picked it up.
Sure.
The only thing that made that thing even tolerable was that the paper bag was muffling the sound.
All right. So don't be like Philly Karen.
Okay. No, don't be like Philly Karen. We don't need that.
It's just not worth it.
No.
All right.
Just mind your business. Sit in your seat.
Enjoy the game. Have a beer. Have a hot dog.
Enjoy the game. You missed the ball. Hope they hit you another one. I mean, you're playing the Marlins. There's a 90% chance you're going to get another shot at it anyway.
Exactly. No one's there. All right. Next week, back on a Wednesday.
Back on a Wednesday. AL West boom and bust next week.
No, we did those tonight.
No, NL National League boom and bust recap. I didn't look at those. I'm sure they're glorious. Sure, it answers a lot of questions for sure about where we are in the standings. But
last, I'm in the last.
You're in last. You're in last. Some would say that based on your performance this year, that maybe you shouldn't even be on this podcast giving advice for fantasy.
No. Hey, learn from my mistakes.
Yeah, Costanza this.
Learn from my mistakes. That's what I'm going to do next year. I'm just going to do the opposite during the draft. No, this guy sucks. I'll take him.
Yeah, you'll be taking a closer in the first round.
I will not take a closer in the first round. Absolutely not.
We'll see.
We will have a show in the offseason where I will detail the fall of the Empire, the greatest fantasy baseball organization, and how I'm going to rebuild it.
I'll be really excited to hear about the fall. I'm skeptical on the rebuild. Very skeptical.
There's going to be a lot of introspection here. Learn from my error.
Maybe when your new stadium gets built in Las Vegas, you guys will be back.
They'll never have that. All right. Next Wednesday, we'll be back in Oakland before they're in Vegas.
Peace.
See ya.